Do you have any tips to understand how Etsy works? So honestly, the biggest tip is to go, I'll paste it in the chat. Market Pulse top 100 Etsy stores. This is a tip that I talk about. I repeat myself a lot on these live streams, but big tip. Go to Market Pulse. I'm gonna paste it in the chat right here. Please don't reset it. Okay, there we go. That should be in the chat. Let me have a look if it actually worked. Yeah, it did work. Market Pulse, type Google Market Pulse top 100 Etsy sellers. Go look at what the top 100 Etsy sellers are doing and understand what they're doing. Also, go onto this channel, look back at all the past live streams, look back at all that shit. Also, go to my second channel and go to, this channel's called craigtyr. Subscribe as well. craigtyr HD. So HD at the end of this name. It's a channel with 1,000 subscribers. There's literally 400 videos on that channel of different questions asked. So on YouTube, you can search on channels for keywords. So we type in the title. So you can say product research. There's also a playlist on there, like where to start, like what is Etsy, what is dropshipping, how to do it, like all these different things, like they're all on that channel. It's perfect channel for a beginner to just like understand and go over. The moderator will post a link to that channel in this chat in a second. So my question is, I have a store selling only Halloween costume slippers and stuff, and I'm thinking to stop selling tomorrow and change store niche because of shipping times. What do you recommend? To be honest, what I would really recommend in that situation is I'd really start, I mean, you should be able to, actually, yeah, it's getting a bit close, isn't it? Typically, I would say, yeah, like switch the niche, change it to like a Christmas store or go more generalized costumes, or just put a notice on every single listing and saying like, do not order for Halloween, something like this. Don't delete, I wouldn't delete the listings because that store, if it's around next year, like it will pop as well and it'll be even bigger than this year. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend just like deleting all the listings, stop doing it. Maybe deactivate them or just change the shipping time to like really extended, put a note at the top of the description, like do not buy this if you want it for this Halloween, something like this. Shipping times are too long, something like this. This is what I'd recommend. But you can use those listings next year. And if you've got reviews, you've got sales on them, they're going to bang and they're going to pop next year. Just need more stores, but can't think of how to get into anything worth it longevity-wise that isn't all dominated. Still doing niche research, but at this point, no clue. Bro, if you're still doing niche research and you've been doing niche research for longer than an hour, you're fucking up, G. Just fucking start, bro. Literally just start and just choose a niche, go into it. Like if you think it's pretty good and you like the cut, you think you can add some unique products in there, you see that some products aren't. If you see like really bad imagery, and you see stores with really bad descriptions, really bad titles, and you think based upon your like kind of entry-level knowledge right now, but if you think based upon that, you can come in and change it and do better, that's what I would recommend. That's what I would really recommend. Which price tools do you suggest for Etsy? To be honest, I don't really suggest any tools. I did 500K in revenue on the Etsy platform before using literally any tool. Even now, our main product research method uses literally 0 tools. So I don't typically recommend tool. The only tool that I would really recommend is Allura. Allura is pretty good. Allura.io, I think is. Like you can do the automatic reviews thing. You can see some kind of basic level stuff, and they've got some like new features and shit like this. So that's the only tool that I've really ever recommended. Like eRank, Etsy Hunt, Marmalade, all these kind of things. Like they're all kind of very similar in my opinion, and they don't have that cool review thing. Unless they've added it in the past like month. So yeah. Do products on each store have to be the same niche? If not, how much niche can differ for items on the store? For example, can you sell print on demand as well as selling hoodies, mugs, and etc.? So, I mean, POD kind of covers so many different niches. It could be jewelry, it could be paintings, it could be fucking hoodies. So typically what I recommend is either sticking, and Craig recommends Allura because he's an affiliate. Yeah, but I'm not saying like use my code. If I was saying like, yeah, guys, use my code, then it's obviously like, yeah, but I'm not an affiliate. To be honest, bro, it's like fucking I get like £5 if you sign up using that. I'd prefer you guys, the way it works is I have a discount code. So it's Craig10. So if you want to sign up to Allura, do Craig10 discount code. But if you just use the discount code and you don't go via my special link, I get no money. So use my discount code by all means. Also, like, if you want to do an affiliate thing, you can. Like, how should you niche your product? How should you niche your store? How should you niche your store on Etsy dropshipping? So you should either go based upon one of two things, okay? So the first thing is style a product, right? If you just have like loads of wall art, You're clearly a wall art store. It makes sense to Etsy, makes sense to the buyer, right? But if you have wall art and it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense in the buyer's mind, doesn't make sense in the algorithm mind. It doesn't make sense. But if you have yes, you can either have all wall art, or you could say you could have wall art of a fucking terrarium, and then also have a terrarium as well. Like, you could do that kind of thing. You can go based upon aesthetic and look, or you can go based upon type of product. It's typically what I'd recommend to do. Have plenty of signers, but just have issues with the banking side. Can you recommend any good banks to open where it doesn't have to match, etc.? I'm sure you get what I mean. I do get what you mean. I'm not going to say that here. If you want that, you can send me a DM and I can give you that. I'm having difficulty finding a niche. Do baby clothes. I tweeted about this the other day. Realistically, like 500 people like that tweet, 1% is going to take action. So do baby clothes, bro. It will work. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, or I will give you £10. Can I open an Etsy account under a limited company? So when I'm 16 and I have a limited company, can I do it on my own name? You can either open up an Etsy store under your personal name or under a personal name with a limited company attached. So then the taxes and all the money goes to the limited company and not yourself, and you remove your personal liability. So if someone chokes on it and dies, you also remove that, which is very, very, very unlikely. You guys are probably going to freak out about that, but yeah. How many of the Etsy Kings members have reached 10K a month? We don't actually do like surveys and shit, but there's a lot of guys that are doing very good numbers right now. Like, there's a lot of people kind of above the like 5 to 7K month mark, like profit wise, which is where kind of shit like actually gets like really fun, right? There's a lot of members up there now. There's a lot of beginner members still. We had a couple guys join today, and there's a lot of big guys as well. But most members probably sit around. But like, of all the people that have like really stuck to it for like a good 2 months, I would say the average is somewhere between the kind of like 4 to 12K profit per month mark. Like, it ranges quite a bit because yeah, like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink kind of thing. Do you have any tips on how to avoid bans? Yes, I did a voice note about this today, but in short, a couple of things you want to do to avoid bans. Imagery is the number one thing, I would say. Like, you really want to change your imagery as much as humanly possible so Etsy can't detect you've stolen it from AliExpress. Which items should I focus during Q4? Medium ticket items that are $15 to $20 or more higher ticket items at $25, $40. $25, $40 definitely. Yesterday I received my first order. I don't know what to do with the tracking number. What do you recommend? So wait until it changes to a last mile tracking number, so like a Royal Mail or something like this, and then add that. You can find that with Parcels app or 17 Track or whatever like this, and add that, you know? Genuinely, what do you think about digital planners? So typically, I don't really recommend to go into digital on Etsy purely because so many people are focusing on that. It makes it very difficult to actually get a foothold in the industry and actually see success because there's so many people there. But if you find a kind of unique way of doing it, it's very good. How do you dropship using AliExpress? Do you contact a supplier to arrange, or do you use the customer address when ordering? Bro, you can just use the customer address when ordering. It's not good long term, but you can do it short term. Like, yeah, just do it like that, bro. Don't overcomplicate it, man. Like, literally, like, really don't overcomplicate it. New here, but with some experience with Shopify, how do you fulfill orders on CJ and AliExpress? Is there an app or manually? So, unfortunately, recently, I mean, if you get a private supplier, there's an automatic connection. In the beginning, I wouldn't really worry about that for your first, like, 20 orders. I wouldn't really worry too much about that. I wouldn't really worry about that too much. I would say right in the beginning, just use AliExpress. Your first like 25 orders. Use AliExpress. We actually had a guy on a podcast posted last week who did 1,000 orders with AliExpress. And he didn't have problems, like that many problems. So with CJ right now, you used to have an automatic connection, so it automatically do it. Now you don't, but you can just do it manually, or you can do AliExpress manually. What do you think is the best form of advertising for newer Etsy stores? The best form of advertising for new Etsy stores is Etsy advertising, okay? So don't worry. I watched a very interesting interview the other day. You guys will be very interested by this. Very interested by this. Caitlin Minimalist is the biggest store on the platform. I watched an interview with like one of the co-owners of it, right? It's a couple that owns it. Bear in mind, I will also mention that they do not fucking hand make bullshit, okay? They are sat in the office every single day. They have employees in fucking China making every single fucking thing. So Etsy's not a handmade platform. Etsy is a platform for unique items. It's not a handmade platform. Well, I mean, it can be handmade by fucking Chinese children, but they're not selling jewelry at that prices. I'm making enough money. They were saying they run Etsy ads, but they don't really focus on profitability for Etsy ads. They focus on just purely getting the highest ROAS possible, right? Like doing the best they possibly can. But often, a lot of the time, the actual ads aren't profitable. And basically that means that I was completely and utterly right, and the biggest Etsy store on the platform does exactly what I do. So run Etsy advertisements, focus on getting the lowest cost per purchase as humanly possible to give your store momentum, sales, and reviews, okay? The more sales and the more reviews you get, the more momentum you receive from Etsy, the more love you receive from Etsy. So really focus on that. Yeah, focus on that. I need to change proxy every time, or once I set up everything from the start, it'd be good for the life for the store without any issue. Yeah, so you want to keep that the same proxy that you've used to set up the store for the entire time, basically. Should I start posting Christmas items and holiday items right now? Yes. Bro, it's not even about like getting it out there early. Like people are buying shit now on Etsy, bro. People are buying Christmas stuff right fucking now on Etsy. Like go to Etsy.com. Look, like in the Western world, with English language, you go from left to right reading, right? So the top left category is the one that everyone looks at first. So the Christmas shop. Literally, they're pushing Christmas so hard right now, you know? So, yeah, bro, they're pushing that shit hard. What do you think about dropshipping from Amazon Handmade Marketplace? I don't really know too much about this. I've tested a little bit, but I like to focus on what I know, bro, to be honest. Should one create multiple stores in the same niche, jewelry, for example, or should you start covering a lot of niches for research? I would say do a mixture of both. I know that's not really the best answer ever, but that's, like that's my fucking answer. More like on which should you focus on more? Which one should you focus on more? I would say spreading out. Difficulty finding winning products. Okay, so that product research method is obviously getting harder and harder because there's more competition within the jewelry niche. Are you trying it explicitly in jewelry, bro? It takes a little bit of time to find products, but you can find products like that, bro. So I would say spread out, try different niches, try different things, and that's what's going to work best for you. Like try different niches, try the same thing, but just try different niches. I would also recommend that what you can do, and I've got a video coming out about this product research method. And basically what you do is, again, very simple. Find a product on Etsy that's selling well or sold well historically. Download the Chrome extension search image by AliExpress. Find it on AliExpress and find similar items to it. So let's say if you see peach tea selling well on Etsy, you search this on AliExpress and you come across a bunch of different items, a bunch of different teas they're selling. And do that, right? And then you go down a rabbit hole and you find this thing, you find this thing, you find this thing, you find this thing. And before you know it, you've got 25 products that are very similar to a product that's already winning on Etsy. Changing the proxy on my store, calm there. My new store is just picking up, so I don't want to get banned again. Thanks for, no worries, bro. I would say, yeah, changing your proxy is not a biggest problem ever because if you're still using the same browser, it's fine, right? Like unless you're constantly changing your proxy like drastically to a different country, then it's bad. Is it cool to use a normal browser to warm up Etsy account and then use Ads Power when opening? No, don't do that. It's way better to use a different Ads Power profile and do it like that. It's way better to do it like that. How detailed is Etsy Kings tutorial? Does it explain step by step for complete beginners? Bro, there's 70 videos in Etsy Kings. I counted it, 69 videos in Etsy, 68 videos in Etsy Kings, okay? It's because like 2 of them are private. Basically, because we need to change them, so they're private. Basically, yes, there is so much detail in there. It's all super simple information to like really advanced stuff inside of there. We go over absolutely everything, so you don't have to worry about absolutely anything. Like you don't have to worry about being confused or anything like this. We have people from like 15, 14, in fact, all the way up to 60, 65 or 60, 65 in the course. So it goes over absolutely everything, right? Absolutely everything. Yeah, basically, yeah. So yes, we have absolutely everything inside of that. Do you run any high ticket stores, 100 plus products? I wouldn't say, 100 plus is not really high ticket. I would say like fucking like 500,000 plus is really like actually high ticket. But yeah. Is it okay to cross-buy items from your stores to boost perceived value and trustworthiness? All accounts have different IBANs, of course. As in do fake reviews is what you mean. I would say you got to be very careful with this. Often people fuck it up and they get banned. So I wouldn't really recommend it, to be honest, because I want you guys to have longevity, as much level on longevity as humanly possible. So wouldn't recommend it. You can do it though, obviously. My store got automatically connected with a supplier last night. The lady sent me a link which was quick support and her boss had connected everything. Now they can see my orders and ship them out. I wouldn't say that's sus. No, I just never heard of that particular software. We use a different one. Diaximo. We use some fucking like proper Chinese one. Like you can't even pronounce the name, it's so fucking Chinese. Store got one sale. I'm gonna put on vacation mode by Etsy. I solved the issue. And the store is now active. Yesterday I started posting products again, and when should I expect things to get back to normal? Bro, bump up your ad spend a little bit, give it a couple days, it'll be fine. But you've also only had one fucking sale, so like normal is like one sale in fucking however long. So yeah. Start getting views, clicks, favorites, and orders again. Etsy ads are unlocked for more days. Yeah, like wait a couple more times. Yeah, wait a couple days, bro. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, bro. Doesn't matter whether you put low or high quantity. Some people say that Etsy likes higher quantity items, but I think that's the people that might purchase more if it shows the item quality is low. To be honest, I've seen very conflicting stuff on this. I always used to do 9. Now I actually do a mixture because I'm like hedging my bets. I haven't seen a great difference between the two. Sometimes I put like 999, sometimes I put 9. How much do you want to niche down? Not like in the beginning, the first like 50, 100 orders, you don't want to go crazy niche down, okay? Like you want to keep it a little bit broad, and then later on you want to niche down and you want to go further down into it, okay? But right in the beginning, don't go crazy into it, you know? I mean, it is progress. I don't know if you're trolling or not, but like that is progress. I mean, it's something, gee. It's better than fucking 0 orders extra.